last drive, did you say anything? Do you have to say anything, or before it gets started, did you give the guys any kind of pep talk in the huddle, or?
Yeah, we just got together and talked about we've been in these situations before. Can't fall apart at that point. Just had to keep everything together and take it one play at a time and go down the field. And we knew we had to score. So.
Would you have think you have had been that calm if you were a freshman?
Um, Probably not. I mean, I think the years of maturity and just experience, being in those situations before and not trying to do too much with the ball. I think that experience helps a lot in those situations.
How much does it help you to have not one, not two, but three, four, five receivers that can really run?
Yeah, no, it helps a ton. Just creating matchups all over the field makes it really difficult for a defense, especially with the running game that we have too. Like you guys were just talking about with Kwan, is how far Makai's came along in his success, and just being able to have a multi-dimensional offense and being able to effectively run the ball and effectively pass the ball, and like you said, having guys all over the field that can win one-on-one matchups just makes it really difficult for a defense to get in the right position and make quality plays.
Do you agree with Dupon's assessment that Keys is the fastest of that group?
I think they're all different kinds of fast. So it's hard to say who's the fastest in that situation, but they're all fast.
Do you feel like you guys left some points out there on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we definitely did. I think we've left some points out on the field every game that we've played. But I think a lot of things are starting to click, and I gotta be better. Turnovers. Holding on to the football and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think there's a lot of points left on the field, but we just got to continue to capitalize on that and learn from it each week.
Is that a kind of a confidence thing moving forward that you've scored more than 30 points every game you've played this year, and yet you guys feel like you could be a lot better?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's something that we talk about is like we're really waiting to have like our breakout game. I still don't think we've even come close to what we're capable of yet. I think we could have put up 50-something points on the board on Saturday if we would have played, strong in every facet. But it's hard to play really well on offense and score a lot of points. But I think that we're continuing to build and get more successful in a lot of areas. So I think that game's coming very soon.
Does it ever sink into you that your time here is getting short? Do you ever, in your old age now, do you ever have any kind of any retrospective on that? The fact that you don't have many games left there.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It flies by. I talk about it I was talking about it. Somebody asked me how long Sincere's been my center. I'm like, well, crap, this is my 4th year with him. And just thinking about it and thinking back to freshman year of, that was 4 years ago. It's weird. The days are winding down, but it's been a great experience, and just super excited to take advantage of every opportunity I continue to get here.
How do defenses defend you differently when they know that you're a true run threat? You're back to form. How do they defend you differently when they know you can take off on them?
That's a really good question. I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier is having an effective run game with the running back, being able to quarterback run and have matchups all over the field. I mean, I just think that type of multi-dimensional offense makes it really difficult for a defense to match up. And a lot of teams. Something that we've talked about with our coaches and stuff is that, all these teams that we're playing, feel like they probably got to do something a little differently against us and try to throw us off. And, we've seen that every single week, that the past games that they've played and what they've put on film is not necessarily what they've done against us. So just getting different looks and, taking each play at a time is, kind of how we got to go about that.
Is the knee feeling too good the way he was jumping, trying to get that first down on 4th down?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. It was just a quick instinct, and he was right there and tried to make something happen. But
You mentioned Makai coming around.
yep.
His emergence, like how much does that help this offense to, like you said, y'all haven't reached that perfect game, let's say, yet that y'all are chasing. How much does that help his emergence to, like, for this offense to be at its full potential?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think he's continued to strive and done that for us to have our best game. He's been very consistent throughout the past couple weeks that he's been playing. He's just been doing a phenomenal job in everything that he's been doing. So if he just keeps playing the same way that he does, no matter what we do, we're gonna hit that perfect game pretty soon.
And
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, injuries are really difficult for anyone. You know, even for me, with a 2-week injury was one of the worst things ever. You know, just being on the sideline and, you know, kind of feeling helpless and trying to figure out what your role is and how you can help your teammates out. And, you know, I couldn't imagine him with his ACL being out a whole year. But just the way that, you know, he stuck on his course and, you know, sacrificed a lot of time to come in here and get it better and to be able to help this team. You know, all the work that he's put in, you know, is definitely a testament to why he's been so successful. So just, you know, knowing that and seeing it is super exciting for everybody else that gets to be a part of that and watch him.
How important, I know you don't hear this word very much in college football these days, but how important is legacy to you?
You know, it's not something that I've thought about a lot. You know, it kind of came to mind when the record and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's really cool, you know, in future years to look back at. And, you know, I think, you know, legacy, the important thing about legacy isn't necessarily the statistics that you put up and your stats and all that kind of stuff, but more of, you know, what your teammates have to say about you and what kind of guy you are and, you know, how you impacted a program in a positive way.
Thanks, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.